Today we have what I think is a very serious and important topic: the age divide within the ABDL community. And if you think for a minute there is no age divide within the ABDL community, you haven't been paying that much attention. Now, the ABDL community is supposed to be a diverse and all-inclusive community, but I see all over the internet the divide within the community, and it's a major divide in the community. Younger ABDLs saying they're tired of the older ABDLs messaging them, sending unwanted and unsolicited pics, only talking about sexual things. But I also see a lot of older ABDLs talking about the younger ABDLs. Younger ABDLs keep messaging them with unwanted and unsolicited photos, talking about sexual things, expecting just because the ABDL is older, they should be changing the younger ABDL's diaper. We in the ABDL community have so many other problems, like being in a lifestyle that people don't or refuse to understand, being outed by those outside the community, and sadly, being outed by those within the community. And that's just the tip of that damn iceberg. So, do we really have time to have an age divide within the community, an age war, if you will? Now, I'm not saying that you don't have an age divide within other communities. I mean, in the LGBTQ plus community, if you're between the age of 30 and 60, it's Death Valley days. Not sure why that is, but there's that elephant just standing there in all its glory. You know, the way they look at it is if you're between 30 and 45, you pretty much have one foot in the grave, one on a banana peel. And if you're 45 plus, you're pretty much just laying in the grave waiting for people to throw dirt on you. Some get into ABDL at a young age. Some get into ABDL at an older age. And some, like myself, have been ABDL since they turned 18 and became an adult. And before that, they were a diaper lover. We have such a wide range of people within our community. So let's look at some of the reasons for this divide. Sexual-driven messages from those that think ABDL is a sexual kink or fetish. Now, we all get messages that are sexual in nature. It's gonna happen. You can't avoid it. From younger to older, I've got them all. From "we should get together so you can change my diaper," to flat out explaining in detail what they want to sexually do. I've gotten unwanted and unsolicited photos from young and old. A few times I've gotten a diaper pic and a crotch pic at the same time. And they always make the mistake. "So what do you think?" "Well, kind of think you look like a dick." And I know why people send out messages like this. It's a numbers game to them. They think the more messages they send out, the better their chances of hooking someone. And they would be right. I mean, look at how many people get scammed every day. It's a numbers game. They call and call and call until they hook someone. It's a numbers game. The odds are in their favor. So, right or wrong, we're always going to get these messages. When someone sends me a message, I'll talk to them because, well, I'm just a nice guy and I like having good conversation. But once the conversation turns to a sexual nature, I either redirect the conversation back to normal conversation, or I just start ignoring them. And I'll admit, the worst offenders of sending sexually driven messages are in fact the older ABDLs. However, younger ABDLs are just as guilty. I can't tell you how many messages I've gotten from younger ABDLs telling me I'm too old to be a little and I should be a big, and follow up with, "Then you can be my daddy." And yes, I have gotten those messages where it just starts off with "Hi daddy" right from the start. Also the ones that say I need to change them, or I need to force them to wear 24/7. Or Or I've even gotten a couple of times from the younger ABDLs, fuck me daddy. And there's a lot of other bullshit that I get from older and younger that I can't even remember. And need we forget the message everybody gets? Are you wet? Are you padded? I've also gotten unwanted and unsolicited photos from twink boys that think they're so damn attractive and so damn hot that I should feel privileged that they're even showing any interest in me whatsoever, where I have to let them down easy when I tell them I turn down better than them every day. And let's not forget about the ones who message you asking you questions that they clearly could have gotten an answer to had they just read your damn profile. Why do we even put profiles up anymore? Nobody reads the damn thing. They just see your picture, think you're an easy target, and off the messages go. Anyhow, the gatekeepers. Now, y'all know how I feel about gatekeepers. And just like the other one where the older ABDLs are more guilty of, gatekeeping, the younger ABDLs are the most guilty of. Now, honestly, gatekeepers are mostly made up of 18 to 25. Though the other day I noticed someone say 18 to 22, so those of you 23 to 25, you're out. You've been put out to pasture like the rest of us. We'll get you your rocking chair and Afghan to put over your legs. But I've gotten so many messages from those between 18 and 25 telling me that anybody who wears a diaper that's over the age of 25 is just a sick, creepy old person in a diaper. And then these people hit 26, and then all of a sudden it becomes anybody over the age of 30. When they hit 30, anybody over the age of 35. And then 40, and so on. Every generation has its gatekeepers. The boomers back in the 60s don't trust anybody over 30, and now talks all kinds of shit about anybody who is under 30. The Gen Xers, come to think about it, we didn't talk shit about anybody older or younger. We had more important things to do, like go to concerts. Even if we never even heard of the band before, if somebody's talking about it, we're going. And for $50, you could get your ticket, a t-shirt, and a snack after the concert. The next day you would show up to school and you knew who went to the concert because they would be wearing their concert shirt. We also had the important task of destroying the ozone layer with hairspray. The millennials. Yeah, they talked a little bit of shit about the older generation, but didn't talk half as much shit as the olders did to them. So millennials kind of got the short end of the stick on that one. Then you have the Zoomers. They seem to think anybody over the age of 30 is a boomer and talk all kinds of shit about the boomers. Oh my God, I just realized how much the Zoomers and boomers have in common. The boomers in the 60s defined an era of social change and freedom. The Zoomers are defining an era of social change and freedom. I'm gonna have to look into this one more. So see, those boomers and Zoomers are causing all the shit. The Gen Xers and the millennials were innocent bystanders, if you will. No, I'm just kidding. Don't get your diaper all up in a knot. The Zoomers and boomers are so busy talking shit about each other, they don't realize just how much they have in common. Me, I live by the 10% rule. 10% of people are just annoying as hell. The other 90% are just people trying to get through this thing called life. Anyhow, there shouldn't be an age divide within the ABDL community. We are a small community, but we're big enough of a community to allow all different ages and all different lifestyles. Sexual to non-sexual. We can have younger as caregivers for older. We can have older as caregivers for younger. The dynamics of someone's relationship is their business, not mine nor yours. So we shouldn't be judging those based off of age. We should be judging people off of character. You don't like getting judged or being placed in a stereotype. What the hell makes you think someone else is going to enjoy it? We should stop looking at age and start looking at the person. And if you are one of those who are sending unsolicited photos, unsolicited sexual conversations, then you're the problem. How about sending out a message to somebody saying, hey, how are you doing? If somebody wants to talk to me, then I'm non-sexual ABDL, so quit talking about sexual things because I'll ignore it. I don't understand why one group in a community can be so damn against another group in the exact same community. That's like saying, let's form a group, Christians against Christ. We're all in this together. Let's focus on the shit we can control. Stop making people feel like they don't belong because of their age. And just one more thing I'd like to talk about before I leave. If you've gotten this far of listening to my babble, then this shouldn't be too much longer. Talking about profiles. Let's start reading the damn profile. You may save yourself a lot of heartache. That person you are wanting to message might have in their profile that they wouldn't really be interested in you. Like they might only be interested in talking to 18 to 30. If you're 50, chances are they're not going to want to talk to you. And for you 18 to 25-year-olds, stop putting open-minded, laid back in your profile because it's obvious you're not. If you only want to talk to people within your age group, that's perfectly fine. Stop putting in that you're open-minded because you are not. There's nothing wrong with having a conversation with somebody. Anyhow, that's my 2 cents for the day. So like, subscribe, share this video, and until the next time, stay little, stay happy.